I've also saved a guy drowning one day and had a big shark circle us for 20 minutes. When I picked him up and put him on my board, it just came out of the water behind him and just slid back down. And I was on a 7'6" surfboard, and the shark was way in excess of double the board size, so probably 18 feet.
Wow.
Which, when a shark gets that big, you don't look at the length, you look at the width. They just get massive. You just can't imagine the girth, the volume.
Well, let's spend some time describing the shark sliding up out of the water.
I put the guy on my board, and we were facing each other. He was on the tail and I was on the nose, and I was just talking to him about, we've got to get in. And
he hadn't been attacked. He was just drowning.
He was drowning. He lost his surfboard and had gone out to sea in a very large rip.
Okay.
And I was just casually talking to him about it, letting him regain his strength. And I was explaining that we're going to paddle across the rip to the other side of the bay and going along the edge of some rocks and seaweed.
Were you aware of the shark circling at that time?
No. And I'm just sitting there speaking to him, and then just out the corner of my eye there, the shark's just risen out of the water really slowly, silent, no noise, and just sat there like that.
With his head out?
With its head out, massive big eye. And I just saw it and kept talking, and then I went, oh look, I think we better get going. And I didn't tell him, I didn't want him to know. It's the last thing I wanted him to panic or, to be filled with anxiety. So we just started paddling, and I said, don't paddle hard, just paddle in unison with me, and, just relax, it'll be all right. So I got across, we were heading across this big channel. We're out about 500 yards off the beach. And the whole time, the shark, I'd just see it every now and then. It was down about 10 to 15 feet below the surface, and I'd just see it as the sunlight, would strike it. And I'd just see it every now and then, going really slow, like the proverbial aircraft carrier or something, just this really, really hardly moving to just get itself through the water. Quite beautiful, really, but not in that moment. And that went on for like 20 minutes. And we got across the channel and across to the other side where there was really, really long bull kelp. And I always remembered there'd never been a recorded shark attack in the kelp in our so-called knowledge. And I went, I hope this is true. So we got across to that, and then I just turned and followed the coast in to get in, and quite close to the beach, it disappeared. I just never saw it again. And I got right in on the beach. It was a very, very steep beach, and it was quite big swell, and it was just surging up this beach and then drawing back. And I got right near the edge and turned around and just saw this big surge coming. I thought, oh, we're right, we'll get up here, and we've made it. Right then, the shark was coming straight at the guy, mouth open, white eye, right on his feet when I saw it, and I just lifted my feet out and grabbed the board, hugged the board because I thought it was going to hit and it was going to be a big explosion. And we're only 30 feet off the beach, and nothing happened. I just turned around, and the guy was on the back, obviously, I was on the front of the board. And nothing happened, and I was just bewildered. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, got him in, gave him a lecture about not surfing there because it's beyond his capabilities. And I don't know if I would tell people this, but I turned around and went back out. And I just didn't have any fear. I didn't feel like it was after me. I thought, oh well, after all that.
He was maybe intrigued by the signals the drowning person was giving off?
Yeah, and probably the shape of two people on that board, and they're very curious things, sharks. I know, my uncles